Hi guys, I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're keeping great. Miss Pride here. Lochan, bantu. Anyway, I'm going to work, and we are in this season of trying to get this channel back on track and trying to get this channel right. Right? The previous video that you would have seen is me admitting to the mistakes that had led to me kind of like killing my channel indirectly. I don't know if I'll talk to that again because as I was in the house, I was thinking of other things, you know, that I had done to kill my channel indirectly. But we're trying to get it back on track and trying to get it right because, as I was saying in the previous video, a healthy channel is a channel with views, with watch hours, with engaging community, right? A healthy channel is not measured by the number of subscribers. A healthy channel is measured by the community that has been built, people that you know, even if it's 5 people, you know, now people are starting to come back to your channel and starting to watch your videos and starting to look forward to what you're gonna put out there, right? That is a healthy channel. So even if you have 2,000 subscribers, but you have 300 people who regularly engage with your content, that is a healthy channel. My channel, not a healthy channel. It's a channel with a lot of subscribers, but it's not a healthy channel because you can't be having 20,000 subscribers and you post a video and you have less than 100 views. That is an indication of an unhealthy channel. It's unbalanced. There's something that I was doing wrong, which I had spoken to yesterday. I don't know how I look on camera, but it's fine, guys. It's fine. This week, Angas, some days it's okay, some days it's not. I'm gonna try to go to town and find better weeks, but it's fine. Yeah, while we're on that topic, I'm losing hair. I've lost a lot of hair, so I'm gonna be very much in my week era because so the person who does my hair has suggested to just do cornrows, right? Yeah. Before I lose people who are here to hear about YouTube, let me not digress too much. Let's go and talk about the myths of being a creator, right? Some of the myths that are going out there, people thinking this or the other about YouTube. Number one, I've alluded to this yesterday. YouTube is not about money. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You're unlikely to get rich from YouTube. Let me put it like that. Out of the 1% of the channel that do get monetized, if I have my figures correctly, I think it's 1.005 of those channels that are can actually replace the 9 to 5 based on their channel. Bancane abantu that can do that. YouTube is not a get rich quick scheme. It's imali uzoyithola, but hayi ngale ndlela oqabanga ngakhona. You're not gonna get money as much as you think. Uzothola imali yamasweet, uzothola imali yamazipho, uzothola imali to take your kids out to lunch. You're gonna get money for entertainment, but you're not gonna get money to sustain your life. I stand to be corrected because there are people who have managed to replace their 9 to 5, right? Because their channel has grown to that level. But for the rest of us, and it depends on how much you need, there are South African people that I know that have said, I'm a full-time content creator and this is what I do full time. I turn on my camera every day, make sure I have a video. I could mention a few, but I'm not in the business because I actually don't know the financial situation of those people or what else could be happening on the background that they have decided they are 9 to 5, they don't need it anymore. They could be having businesses, they could be having a supportive partner, there might be other factor, or they might not need as much money to sustain their lifestyle. So there's a lot of factors that comes to play for a person to say I can be a content creator full time. If somebody's making, let's say, 9,000, right, and they have a side business, or the husband is working, or whatever the case might be, or the partner is working, they can say I could live on that, yeah. So point number 2, it's the money again. It's not sustainable. It's from the research that I had done, you can't actually budget to say I make 10,000 per month, I make 2,000 per month. It will vary. Noma urban, it will vary. There's videos that will perform well, and there's videos that will not perform as well, and stuff like that. I've seen people saying, I posted this video, it went viral, and I made 20K from it, just from AdSense. But that is a once-off. It's difficult to now say that person probably makes 20,000 each and every month. It varies on how the video is gonna perform. Number 3, it's you can't even predict how a video is gonna do. You can't predict how a video. You might post a video, and it's not predictable. You can't predict. You might do the same video, do the same style. Sometimes I've had people say, I did this video, and honestly, there was nothing special about it. It's the same thing I've been doing for years, and it went viral. So I don't know what factor came into play for that video to go viral. And I tried to repeat the same style, the same format, and those videos didn't do so well. So sometimes you get lucky. I haven't gotten one of my videos go viral yet. I don't know if I want to, because as shy as I am, I don't know how I would deal with that kind of attention and that kind of overnight fame, or whatever the case might be, or people engaging. For now, I can get away with being as shy as I am. I can get away because nobody's gonna comment. There are 10 people that watch my videos. They don't even comment. They don't give me trouble. But when you're big, now you're gonna have to develop a thick skin, because now you're gonna be attracting people who are gonna love you and people who are gonna hate you, and that's the price you're gonna pay for fame. That is gonna be the price you're gonna pay to get your paycheck, because once you become famous, your subscribers now become your bosses, right? And people can come and type whatever they want. And sometimes I've seen creators being attacked for the most random of things. I'm like, yo, as I know, when you're famous on YouTube, I don't know how people handle that kind of pressure. For my channel, actually, I don't want to be super famous because I don't know how I would deal with that kind of attention, like I said, and those kind of comments, especially negative comments. Of course, at some point, like everything else, you get used to it. There's people who go around looking for negative comments. There's people who post things to rage bait people. I know a lady on Facebook that I was reading some of her comments, and I was like, hey Bo, what is this woman saying? She's talking about bashing single mothers, bashing people who are unmarried, bashing um, other people's kids that they look ugly. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, she's actually rage baiting people because that gives her engagement, you know? I don't know if I agree with that kind of strategy, but it works for her. It pays the bills. As long as people are engaging, whatever works, you stick to it, right? So there's people in marketing. There's a term where we say, no publicity is bad publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. You understand? So even if we're trending for the wrong reason, hey, we're trending either way. So let's be happy, because people who didn't know about us are now gonna know us. They're gonna follow us. I mean, I know people who their channel took off because they trended for something bad. You know, I've known people who have fought with other people on the internet, or there was scandals of some sort, or this and this happened. And yeah, even myself, I would have to admit that I went and searched for them, and I started following them based on them, on that story that came out. So no publicity is bad publicity. Let's go back to my list. Oh, le week it's namanje. Let's go back to my list. It's four. The other myth is when you are on YouTube, you have to tell everything, or you have to share everything, or you have to be super talkative to be on YouTube, or you have to be super extroverted to be on YouTube, or you have to be a good speaker. No, I would beg to differ, because some of us are here, and if you meet me in real life, you would know that I'm not as talkative, especially to people that I'm not close to. I'm very shy. You know, if I'm not close to you, I'm hardly even gonna talk to you about anything, you know, unless I'm super close to you. Then you would know, hey, akakhulumi lo sis, akakhulumi. But otherwise, in settings, even in the community where I live, I've lived there for 10 years, and there's some people that I've barely gotten maybe past the stage of ninja in his corner, and it's been 10 years of me seeing these people. You know, even my closest neighbor, sometimes I struggle to connect because I'm a shy person, right? I need to stop this writing. The teacher in me is coming out, and I'm making it so obvious that I have background in teaching. Anyway, you don't have to be super talkative. You don't have to share everything. You only have to share what you're comfortable with. There's different ways of being on the internet. You can do silence vlogs. You can do teaching vlogs. You don't have to show your whole life. You don't have to show your kids if you don't want to. You don't have to show your husband, your wife, your kids, your dog, your house, your anything. You don't have to. You don't have to do those things. You just have to find a strategy that works for you and a type of sharing content. If you're a person who loves to cook, you can capitalize on that, and just people, all they see about your channel is you cooking. If you're a person who likes to bake, if you're a person who likes to garden, it could be the only part that you share, you know. Other than that, you don't share anything else outside of that. You don't have to show everything. You don't have to tell people what's on your mind. You can just be simply in your garden. You can just be sharing about the books you're reading. You could be sharing about the movies you're watching. You could be learning a skill. You could be teaching a skill. So kuningi guys, kuningi ongakwenza ne. You don't have to be super talkative. You don't have to not to be shy. Number 3, you have to be perfect before you are on YouTube. You have to be an excellent a public speaker and stuff like that. Like me, no, I'm not a public speaker at all. I'm one of those people who would sit in a meeting. I'll rather be in the background and not say anything. I speak when either I'm spoken to or I'm forced to. The situation that will. If you give me the platform and say, practice on this, and you giving a presentation, obviously that will give me a little bit of anxiety and stress and like that. But I promise you, I'll probably deliver. You understand? I'll probably deliver, but it's not something that I prefer, or maybe it's a skill that I still need to kind of perfect. That is public speaking. Number 2, you don't have to be well articulated to be on YouTube. Hey guys, we are Africans. English is not our mother language, and some of us sifunde evulengqondo and tonton, and I feel like unless you are in somebody's channel to judge their English, to judge how well articulated they are or not, you uzoyithola imessage. Okusala uyangizwa uthi ngithini, thina abantu abamnyama is like mase when we don't know what to say, it's like at the end of the day she or he heard what I wanted to say, so they will have to decode the message. However I put it, whether my tongue was getting stuck, or I wasn't finding the right words, I couldn't remember the right English word. Okusalayo ungizwile ukuthi ngithini, wena take the meat and leave the bones. Hlukana ne-English yami and focus on the content, right? So you don't have to be super well spoken. Of course, it's a benefit to you, and it's something we all want to kind of practice, and maybe that's one of the reasons I even started a channel. So kind of like practice to say, hey, kuluma ntombo, kuluma, like speak, learn to construct your sentences and speak in English, and tell a story as much as you possibly can. You understand? Of course, now and again I'll throw a Zulu, a Xhosa, and a Bele word here and there. You understand? I don't know if I can think of the last point. Let me do my thumbnail, then I'll come back. I know I have a last point, and then I'll do my thumbnail and we're done.
Every prayer felt like
business akhe ngamaqanda manje sibe association with ezomsekela abamlethela amagama okukhuthaza lapho kunalapho kuyewa khona amaphesi lapho athi abantwana bala ingadla amaqanda basubatela abantwana abantwana leyo asivo
by his grace.
Hi guys, I'm back. I think of a couple, so I think I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video. And the mistake that I'm doing is not writing my points down before I reach the house, because I think that will help me just to tati post-it and stick them somewhere. And I think I'm gonna do that going forward, because I want to post as much as possible so that I can build community and build like-minded, or bring like-minded people to my channel and build a community. Don't want to be super famous. Yeah, I think that's another point that I can talk to. I think I'll mention too. If you are on YouTube, you're trying to be famous, or you're trying to be an influencer, or you're trying to, I don't know, whatever you're trying, you're just idolizing you just want to be famous. You just want to be well known. Some of us would be happy. I think I would be happier if my channel would attract like 1,000 people, only 1,000 people that I know that watches my videos. You know, maybe 2,000 people I can handle that I know that constantly engages with my content. That would be great. But above that, then I'm starting to be a celebrity. I don't know. I don't know if I would want that. The other thing is that you're gonna end up famous at some point. No, guys, like I said, there's billions of channels. There's channels that are starting out even today. YouTube is getting requests to open a channel and stuff. Abantu, they are always starting channel, abandoning channels. Some of us, we're just gonna be here and be in the middle. You're not going to get. You're never going to get to the influencer level. You understand? You're not gonna get to the super famous. Your community will know you. Your community will identify you in malls. The people, the 1,000 people that you've attracted that engages with your content. But it's not like all of a sudden you're gonna be that Miss Pride that people see you on TV, or that now people don't care that much, you know, unless something out of the ordinary happens and your channel blows up to that extent, of which I feel at that point it's kind of like winning a lotto, and you probably need counseling at that point, because what are you gonna do with all that fame and all that attention? Like I said, you understand. The last, not the last, or the second last point is you have to be super rich, or you have to be rich, or you have to have a decent lifestyle to show on YouTube. Aibo guys, you don't have to drive a certain car. You don't even have to drive either way to be on. Like, your tribe will find you. That's what I always say. And besides, people are tired of the lavish lifestyle kind of content. People want to see, most people want to see a balance, like a normal lifestyle. People want to see umkhukhu wakho. People want to see uphila kanjani, uphuma kanjani, uya kanjani emsebenzini. People want to see your backroom. People want to see uyokha amanzi emfuleni. People want to see, and one thing I can tell you, those channels tend to do very well. Those channels where abantu umuntu akabe namahloni ngokubonisa impilo yakhe as it is, uyakhombisa nje naku ke kunje la kuyabheda, ngipheka nge2 plate, kukanje ngiyidlalela emkhukhwini, ngigeze endishini, all of that. People are really interested in that kind of content. Last point, and then I'm always at work, almost at work, like I said, English. It doesn't take time. It's easy. That one frustrates me, and that one frustrates me because it's a craft, it's an art, it's something you do. It takes time, it takes planning, it takes thinking, it takes work, it takes research, a lot of research. Again, I'm gonna talk to some of the things that you need to know to run a channel. It takes a lot of research, it takes learning, it takes unlearning. For people, they might see a video of maybe 30 minutes and they're like, you're getting this money for free, because what did you do? You just show people, you showed people yourself doing tea, and from the background or from the, it looks like that. But change ama angle, guys, it's not easy, you know, whether you're doing your washing. Sometimes that's why I shy away from that kind of content of spend a day with me, help me, because the changing of angles and doing that, and now you're shooting a video and then Your child is talking on the background. Now you have to go and cut. The editing is a lot. Finding appropriate music is a lot. You know, akulalwa, guys, akulalwa. And if I'm being honest, I pray for a world where creators would be paid their value or the amount of effort that they put. I feel like it's very frustrating for people to say it's easy. And the worst thing that can also happen, ukuthi umuntu, now they want to use your channel for their own personal benefits without compensating you. You understand? And that person is like, hi, money, you are already on YouTube, you're already doing this, so just continue. The thing is, again, doing it personally and professionally is not the same thing. Oh my God, I'm gonna take isithombe mangibuya because basement manje kuzobadanga. Ngizozama ukusithatha manje. Yeah, I'll think of more and then I'll come back. Bye guys.